And now, on with the show.
Beezoo's Attic. Beezoo's Attic was a children's puppet show that aired in Canada from 1997 to 2002 on various networks. It had 71 episodes and followed the adventures of Beezoo and other forgotten toys in an attic. The show was largely forgotten until 2006, when a user on a nostalgia forum tried to find others who remembered it. In 2017, a Lost Media Wiki user discovered the show's name, sparking an investigation into its existence. The search for the show led to old schedules from YTV and Treehouse. However, it hit a dead end until September 2017, when a YouTube user found a VHS tape with commercials, including a promo for Beezoo's Attic, making it the first known footage of the show online. It was also discovered that the show had a French version called Le Grenier de Beezoo. Further investigation revealed that TV Ontario was involved in its creation. Despite efforts to contact TV Ontario, the show, along with many others they produced, have not been made publicly available yet. Kõige, suurem, sõber. Known in English as The Biggest Friend, Kõige, suurem, sõber is a popular Estonian children's TV series that aired from 1982 to 1990. Many episodes of the show are lost because the magnetic tapes used to store the show were recycled due to shortages during the Perestroika era. Even though a few episodes are available on DVD and VHS, and there have been some reruns on Estonian television, the majority of the series remains lost. In 2007, there was an attempt to create a parody of the show using characters from the show with adult themes. This was met with strong backlash from the public. Although a few episodes of this parody was made, it was ultimately cancelled before the pilot episode could air. The parody was also affected by the death of one of its main actors. Garfield, Goose and Friends. Garfield, Goose and Friends was a locally produced children's puppet TV series created by Fraser Thomas. It began airing on local stations in Chicago starting in 1952 and ran for an impressive 21 years before being canceled in 1976. The show featured a character named Garfield Goose, who believed he was the king of the United States and communicated by clapping his beak or using a typewriter to convey messages. The series included a little theater screen where they showed cartoons, educational films, and guests from zoos and museums to educate and entertain young viewers. The show's educational content even had a positive impact when a young boy was saved from a lake thanks to a life-saving technique his mother learned from the show. Despite its popularity, much of the show is lost because of the practice of destroying old television recordings, which was common at the time. Only a few episodes and segments remain accessible today. Batibot. Batibot was a Filipino educational children's TV show produced by the Philippine Children's Television Foundation. It was known for being similar to Sesame Street, as it was a show designed to educate children. It had two characters that were known for being based off the Filipino fable, the monkey and the turtle. One of them was Pon Pagan, who was similar to Big Bird, and the other was Kiko Matsing, who was similar to Oscar the Grouch. The show even had a predecessor called Sesame, which was bilingual in both Filipino and English. After government support was withdrawn, Batibot was created entirely in Filipino in 1984 and continued to feature Pon Pagan and Kiko Matsing. It became a popular show in the Philippines, consistently ranking among the top 10 daytime programs. Over the years, Batibot aired on different networks, and in 1999, it was relaunched as Batang Batibot. After roughly 20 years, the show finally ended in 2003. Some scenes of the show are available online, including one segment of when it aired back in 1991, which was found by a Filipino archivist. Only one full episode of the series is currently available, which was uploaded by the University of Georgia. Monster School. Monster School was a Japanese educational puppet show created by children's author Sachiko Kashiwaba. It aired on NHK from 2001 to 2006, consisting of 54 episodes. The series was based off Japanese folklore and aimed to teach children the importance of communication. The show followed Nobiro, a second-grade boy whose parents had to go to Africa for work, leaving him to live with a couple of tengus, one of which was his father's childhood friend. They live on the 30th floor of an apartment building called Monster Heights, and Nobiro goes to school on top of the building. At school, he befriends various mythological Japanese monsters, including a kappa named Santa, a bake neko named Miko, sorry for my mispronunciation, a kitsune named Bayako, a couple of yetis named the Yukinko brothers, and a magic mushroom named Mash. Only 10 full episodes are available in the original Japanese version so far. Other episodes are available in Portuguese and Sinhalese, and the show has its own website that can be viewed on the Wayback Machine. Zak Tales. Zak Tales was a TV series for preschoolers produced by Deke Entertainment, which is now part of DHX Media. It aired on CBN in 1990 and revolved around Zak, the mayor of the fictional fun town. Along with his sidekick Kilroy, Zak helped children by offering advice on their everyday problems, and shared classic stories through adventures, jokes, songs, and something called rap poetry. The series consisted of 13 half-hour episodes, but unfortunately, all of them are currently lost. There's very little information of the show available, though an image of Zak was found on the DHX Media website. The show also has its own Wikipedia page, which says that Zak and Kilroy were both voiced by Canadian actor Michael Donovan. It also says that the show got one home media release in the UK and Australia, containing 2 episodes. As of now, the only footage of the series available is a short promo and a 6-minute clip from an unknown episode, both being in Arabic. Under the Umbrella Tree. Under the Umbrella Tree was a Canadian children's TV series that aired from 1986 to 1993 on CBC. It lasted for 280 episodes and later aired reruns on the Disney Channel in the United States from 1990 to 1997. It featured 3 animals named Iggy Iguana, Jacob Blue Jay, and Gloria Gopher, living with their human friend Holly Higgins in suburban Ontario. Holly Laroquie, who played Holly Higgins, won a Daytime Award for her role in the show in 2006. After Disney's rights to the show expired, the show's creator began to sell DVDs on the official website for the show. 36 episodes were released in an 8-volume DVD set. Some episodes that were not released on the DVDs were available on a YouTube channel called Encore Plus, which was shut down on November 30th, 2022. Earlier episodes of the show are even more obscure and have some differences compared to later episodes, like Gloria's hairstyle and Iggy's voice. Billy Bean and His Funny Machine. Billy Bean and His Funny Machine was a puppet TV series for children that aired on BBC from 1953 to 1957. It was created by Chuck Lutchsinger and was based on an American show called Jolly Gene and His Fun Machine. The show featured Billy Bean, who worked for a train company and had a unique machine called the Cartoonerator, which Billy Bean used to draw cartoons, often with funny and mixed up results. Other characters include Yoo-Hoo the Cuckoo, who laid an egg in each episode, and Lester, an engine room operator who was never seen on screen. The show's first season had Dick Vosberg as Billy Bean and Gaylord Cavalleroo as Yoo-Hoo. It was renewed several times until 1957, with Peter Hawkins taking over as Billy Bean and Evan Owen playing Yoo-Hoo. Unfortunately, Billy Bean and His Funny Machine was never released on VHS or DVD, and very little visual material from the show remains, leaving its true status as lost or preserved unknown. Interster. Known in English as Interstellar, Interster was a South African science fiction puppet TV series that aired in the early 80s. The show was made exclusively in Afrikaans and was never dubbed for other countries or languages. The show is noticeably similar to Gary Anderson's Thunderbirds and was created as Thunderbirds never had a dub at the time. It premiered on July 20th, 1982 and ended on April 26, 1986. The series was set in the year 25,000, or sometimes referred to as 2013, and followed a secret planetary defense agency based in Cape Town, disguised as an interstellar shipping company. In 2009, 2 DVD volumes were released, containing 13 episodes. Unfortunately, the remaining 24 episodes are unlikely to be released, and TV recordings are scarce. Some VHS tapes from the 80s exist, but their content is unknown. Also in 2009, there was an attempt to create an English comedy redub called Interstar Airlines, but it was ultimately abandoned, even though a preview was shown using an episode not found on the DVDs, suggesting that the original master tapes may still exist. Chicken Minute. Chicken Minute was a Canadian puppet TV series that ran from 1990 to 1993. The number of episodes for the show is uncertain, but it seems at least 36 of them exist. The show is set in the Canadian Bayou and features a simple-minded alligator named Anatole who likes fishing and hanging out with his friends. His friends are Minute, a fox who plays guitar, and Mama Chicken, a chicken known for her delicious popcorn. The narrator is Ulysses. Sorry again for my mispronunciation. A chick still living in his shell who is extremely smart for his age. The main antagonist of the show is Mudbelly, a swamp monster who likes to play nasty tricks on the characters, but can sometimes be in friendly terms with them. Almost every episode contains one or more musical numbers performed by one or more characters. Legal disputes among the creators, changes in production, and financial issues led to the show never getting a full release. Because of this, most episodes of the series are lost, with only a few released on VHS and Laserdisc in English. Other episodes also exist on YouTube, primarily in French. Mary Charlotte. Mary Charlotte was a French puppet show that first aired in 1982. The number of episodes made is unknown, but each one was 3 minutes long. It was a slice-of-life series centering on the titular Mary Charlotte, who would discover many facts of life with her parents. According to one website, there was one episode about Mary Charlotte discovering that her mom was pregnant. The puppets were created by Jean Godiment, a puppeteer whose shows were common sights on French TV in the 70s and early 80s. Unfortunately, the vast majority of his shows have not resurfaced. Mary Charlotte is one of his most obscure shows, and very little evidence of it exists today. Only a handful of screenshots are available on the internet, but the people who have uploaded them have not made their original videos public. Some footage did resurface in 2017 thanks to a YouTuber named SuperLindo76, but as of now, this footage is no longer available. Sara and Hoppity. Sara and Hoppity was a children's puppet TV series created by Roberta Lay, known for other puppet shows like The Adventures of Twizzle and Torchy the Battery Boy. The series follows Sarah Brown, who lives above her family's toy repair shop known as the Toy Hospital. One day, an old man brings a broken wind-up toy that he's selling. The toy, named Hoppity, can sing and dance, but he has one leg and can't do it properly. Sarah agrees to buy Hoppity and gives him a new leg.
I tell you, there's no one more clever than Hoppity.
Hoppity? Oh, what a lovely name. Why do you call him that?
Because he's only got one leg and he can't dance properly. All he can do is to go hop, hop, Hoppity.
Hot, hot, Hoppity. Oh, how funny. I'll show him to Daddy and see if he'll buy him for me.
Yes, but don't be long. I haven't got all day.
It's later revealed that Hoppity is very naughty and often gets Sarah into trouble with his ideas. Sarah puts the blame on Hoppity every time, but as you might imagine, no one believes her. The show lasted for 52 episodes on ITV, running from February 27, 1962 to February 26, 1963. At least after the early 70s, the original tapes for the show disappeared, most likely being destroyed or reused. The Rimini Riddle. The Rimini Riddle was an Irish puppet TV series that aired for 3 seasons from September 1992 to March 1995 as part of a programming block called Saturday Club. It first aired on public access before being picked up by a couple broadcasting networks. The show's premise is somewhat mysterious, with descriptions varying from one person to another. It supposedly revolved around 3 orphans named Rory, Leo, and Ellen, living with their Aunt Vera in the Rimini guest house after their parents die. The Rimini guest house is next to a beach, but the 3 orphans are not allowed to go swimming. Ellen discovers a magic painting in the house one day and finds herself in a fantasy world with 2 girls that died many years ago. The series involved the mystery of how the 2 girls in the painting died, and a toy otter named Otto owned by Leo, who may have been connected to the mystery.
Where he be, oh, far or near, oh, bring me Leo. My brave little friend, you are beyond my help now.
Efforts to find the show have been ongoing for years, dating back to September 24, 2008. On May 28, 2019, a Facebook user posted a programming report that featured descriptions and air dates for the majority of episodes. So far, only one full episode of the show has been found, as well as other smaller clips, including the intro for Season 3 and footage from a Valentine's Day episode.
It's the middle of the night.
I know it is. You were having a nightmare.
You can say that again.
Moonzy's Secrets. Moonzy's Secrets was a Russian children's educational TV series that aired from September 4th to December 26, 2010. It was a spin-off of the 2006 animated series Moonzy and His Friends. The show was about an alien named Moonzy who lives with a bunch of insects as they teach kids about safety. Efforts to find the series began in March 23rd, 2021. On the show's official website, there used to be a questionnaire for Moonzy's secrets, which received lots of negative comments stating that the puppets on the show looked creepy, possibly influencing the show's removal from public view. A similar Ukrainian show under the Moonzy name aired in 2014 and featured actors in costumes. Unlike Moonzy's Secrets, the Ukrainian series is more accessible, with all episodes available online. Although the scripts for every episode of Moonzy's Secrets have been found, as well as some screenshots, TV schedules and behind-the-scenes stills, 9.5 minutes of episode 1 and 13 minutes of episode 2 is the only available footage of the series online. Les Minikeums. Les Minikeums was a popular French puppet show that aired on France Free from 1993 to 2002. The show featured a cast of puppet characters known as the Minikeums, who were caricatures of French celebrities depicted as young TV station workers. The show was known for its humor, catchy songs, and various skits, including character storylines, parodies of movies, TV shows, game shows, and music videos. It was beloved by children and remains a significant part of 90s French culture. A new CGI programming block called TO Free replaced it in 2003, but it did not achieve the same level of popularity and lasted for barely a year. While footage of Les Minikeums can still be found on video sharing websites, many skits, parodies, and intermission clips from the show remain unavailable. The show's popularity led to a reboot in 2017, but it faced criticism for changes in puppet style, celebrity choices, and attempts to incorporate modern trends like dabbing. Scratch and Sniff's Den of Doom. Scratch and Sniff's Den of Doom was a British game show that aired in early 2007. It was hosted by two hyena puppets named Scratch and Sniff, who kidnapped 5 young contestants to play their game. The show had 4 rounds where the contestants had to answer questions in order not to be eaten by Scratch and Sniff. Each round, one or more losing contestants would fall into a giant pot to be cooked for Scratch and Sniff. If the last remaining contestant wins, they win a trophy and get chased off by Scratch and Sniff. If they lose, they fall into the pot with the rest of the contestants, and Scratch and Sniff head off to find more people to eat. The show aired on CITV and aired reruns until 2011. The amount of episodes produced is unknown. Most sources say that only 15 episodes were made, but others state that it was the standard 26. Only 8 episodes are available online. Big and Small. Being the only show on this list I actually watched as a kid, Big and Small was a Canadian-British puppet series produced by Free Jays Productions and Kindle Entertainment. It aired on Treehouse and CBeebies from 2008 to 2011, with a total of 78 episodes over 3 seasons. The show revolves around 2 contrasting friends, Big, who is gentle, and Small, who is hyperactive. They share their home with Ruby, a pink mouse, and Tweeba, a green worm that lives in an apple. The series often focused on the conflicts and compromises that arise from their different personalities, and each episode includes a musical number reinforcing the plot. While 82% of the show's British version has been found, the Canadian version is more obscure. There are a few official DVD releases, and even a live stage performance called Big and Small Happy Together, which took place in 2011. However, evidence of this live performance is limited to a short YouTube clip and a couple of audience photos. The Goodnight Show. The Goodnight Show was a children's TV program that aired on PBS Kids Sprout, which is now known as Universal Kids. It had different hosts over the years, with Melanie Martinez being the first host for the first 2 seasons. She, along with a goldfish named Hush, did various activities like singing songs, telling stories, and introducing other shows. In the second season, the show introduced a puppet co-star named Star. Creative name, I know. Melanie Martinez was eventually fired during season 2 due to some old parody commercials that resurfaced online, which were considered inappropriate by the channel. Noelle McNeil temporarily replaced Melanie as the host for the second half of season 2, and he introduced a puppet character named Lucy the Firefly. In 2006, the show returned and made even more changes, such as making Lucy completely animated and introducing the final and most popular host, Michelle Leap, known on the show as Nina. Despite being on the air for many years, most of the series is either lost or partially found, with a few full episodes available on the Internet Archive. Magic Mountain. Magic Mountain was an Australian Chinese children's TV series that aired between 1997 and 2004. It was aimed at kids aged 2 to 5 and used full-body puppets. It aired in Australia, China, Canada, New Zealand, and the United Kingdom, and was dubbed in numerous languages such as English, Chinese, Spanish, Portuguese, Arabic, Polish, and Hebrew. The show lasted for 52 episodes, each being 10 minutes long. Most of the cast and crew were Chinese, and the 4 characters on the show were animals featured in Chinese culture: a lion, a tortoise, a panda, and a dragon, respectively. The first season had 5 VHS releases in English, each containing 4 episodes, and the whole series received a VCD release in Chinese. While the entire Chinese dub has been found, 10 episodes of the English dub are still lost, with 1 English episode being partially found with low-quality audio, and a couple episodes being found in Polish. Jerkbeast. Jerkbeast was a comedy TV show on Seattle Public Access that ran from April 2001 to September 2002. The Jerkbeast itself was a red monster made from paper mache. I don't know if that counts as a puppet or not, and there are no other puppets in this show, but I put this as an honorable mention on this list because when else am I ever gonna talk about this show? The premise was that the Jerkbeast and his human friends ran a calling show and insulted people who called in. The show's crude nature earned itself a cult following and even death threats.
Speak, you asshole!
Asshole, speak, you asshole.
Say something interesting before I come through this camera and rip you a new one.
Say something interesting. Why don't you go to the dentist, man?
Why don't you shut the fuck up?
Why don't you go to the dentist?
Why don't you shut the fuck up?
Take care of, man.
Hang up on this idiot.
I'm falling apart here.
God damn it, if there's one thing I hate, it's idiots like that calling my show.
The cast later made a low-budget movie of the same name where they formed a band called Steaming Wolf Penis. The Jerkbeast himself played drums for anyone wondering. The band developed its own niche fan base and toured England a couple times, often baffling audiences who haven't seen the movie. Episodes of the show were sporadically uploaded to websites like YouTube, Vimeo, Anon Files, and StaticVideo.com, but most have been removed by the series creator Brady Hall. The show's official website states why Brady Hall did this. It's way too long for me to read, so I'll just leave this image like this for a while so you can read it yourselves. Slenco. Slenco was a Czechoslovakian children's TV series that aired from 1979 to 1989, with an episode count ranging from 100 to 500. The show had various segments featuring Sunny, the host of the show, a class of young children, and the most famous character in the series, Ratafak Platcha, a parody character resembling an elderly figure or politician. He was known for his unique appearance and interactions with children, often attempting to mimic their activities but failing comically.
Dzieci, wy jeszcze nie wiecie. My czekamy wielką návštěvu. Przyjdzie k nam ujo boxer a ukáže mi nějaké finty. Tak, tu máš.
Ratafak, aby si nebol prekvapený, vieš?
Jej, veď to je Havo. A priviedol si so sebou tetu. Teta, ty si boxer?
Nie, Ratafak, teta nie je boxer, to je teta Sáša. A priviedla ti ukázať svojho psa, boxera.
Strangely, in America, Ratafak Platcha is widely perceived as creepy and unsettling. In contrast, opinions about the character in Slovakia are more divided. Some find him cute, while others find him creepy due to his oversized puppet-like features. Interestingly, Ratafak continues to make appearances around Slovakia, greeting fans, occasionally startling people, and even participating in events such as boycotting the 2008 Beijing Olympics.
Krásný úděl máte dnes. Kráčet k zítřku, žít a kvést. Krásný úděl před očima růst. Vzhůru k výškám každou chvíli kost.
44 full episodes of Slenco are currently available on a YouTube playlist, and the show did air some reruns in 2013 and 2014. Despite its endearing popularity and historical value, no VHS or DVD releases of Slenco are available, and the current owners of this series have zero interest in doing anything with it at the moment.